Hello everyone, this is Angie at Stampin' with Amore, and today I have a fun fold card and a technique to share with you. So this video may be a little bit longer because I have to share a technique with you that is so cool. And it's been a long time since I've used this. It's been around for quite a while, but I totally forgot about it. And since we are in the stay-at-home mode, I've been really going back to some of the old techniques and trying the old techniques. So I'm going to show you, and I believe it's called a wax resist technique. So it's to get this background, and we're using a embossing folder to do this. Now you do need wax paper for this. So I am just using the wax paper I have at home, and it's this one right here. So let's go ahead and get started with this because it may be a little bit longer. But this card is a crossover gatefold card. But on this one I did it a little bit different. I added this piece here. And so when you open this, you do have to open it at the same time like this. But it kind of locks it in there, but it's really, really neat. So there's a little twist on the crossover gatefold as well as the gatefold card. So it's really a fun one to do. So let's get started with it. All right, so I am using, for this one, I'm just going to show you. I'm using the Tin Tile Dynamic folder from Stampin'Up. And it looks like that, so it's really pretty. So I wanted to show you on that. I've already done a leaf, and for this project we are doing the swirls, but I am going to show you on this one because I just wanted to show you something different. So to do this, I need to bring the big shot up here. I have my iron plugged in because you do need an iron for this. And so we are going to run this wax paper through, but we're going to crinkle it up first. So you want to crinkle it. And I did cut it a little bit bigger than the embossing folder. I'm not going to need this whole surface because this is a big embossing folder. It's wider than the paper that I'm going to use, but it's going to work. So then you're going to put it in your embossing folder like this. And I'm going to bring the big shot up here and we're going to run it through the big shot. So because it's a 3D, you only need one plate on top, and you do need your regular platform for this. So we're going to send this through, and I'm going to bring it back to make sure it's got a lot of good impression on it. This is such a fun technique, and it's been years since I've done it. So I want to bring back some of the old techniques. So it's going to look like that. So it's real pretty, but it's going to even be more beautiful. So what we're going to do next is I cut 2 pieces of cardstock, and these are the thick Whisper White, and I cut them at 3 3/4 by 5, or maybe 4. Yeah, it's 4 by 5. We are going to do 2 at one time because why not? There's 2 sides to this wax paper. So we're going to just sandwich that in there like this. I'm going to get some, this is just copy paper that I have. So I'm going to put that down. And I have my iron set on high. And just be careful with it because you don't want to burn your paper. So put it in between 2 pieces of copy paper. And my iron is already hot. So I'm going to just run it over this. And we are going to, usually when I see it come up on the sides here, I will lift up the paper because I can see that it's already melting the wax. All right, so I just want to make sure I have some good impressions on here. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to flip this over because I want to know, you can't really see the impression, so I turned it to the side that will have the impression. And then this one is going to have it on this side. And we're going to move that out of the way. I'm going to actually turn off my iron here because I don't want to burn myself. So I'm using my brushes and some ink for this. And we are going to do some, I think I'm going to use the Balmy Blue for this and show you the Balmy Blue. And then I have I have a terracotta tile that I'll show you on the other one, but I always have a thing to clean your brush off with. So let's do the Balmy Blue. You do have to pick a bunch of ink off, but this is where the magic happens, and it's so fun. So then we're just going to start rubbing this. And look how beautiful this is. You can do it as light or as dark as you want. But isn't that beautiful? Look at that. It's so pretty. And it's really fun. It's really fun to see what it's going to look like. Now I can keep going over this and get it darker or whatever, but I want to save time. So I'm going to clean my brush off, and I'm going to grab the terracotta tile. And I did get these brushes on Amazon. They're just makeup brushes. You've probably seen them used a lot. And here's the terracotta tile. And because it looks like tile to me, well, it is tile. It's called tin tile. So I thought I'd use the terracotta tile on this and see what it looks like. All right, so we're gonna, oh, it is so beautiful. This is so pretty. And you can even do it like an ombre if you want to do it from dark to light. You can do it from dark to light. But look how beautiful it is. Terracotta tile is so pretty. Even both colors together would be really pretty. Alright, so that is the technique we are using for the background of this card. I'm going to scoot this out of the way. And I am using the swirls today. I actually already did this, and I'm using the swirls and curls for this one. But I wanted you to see this one because it's really pretty, and I actually wanted to see what it looked like myself. And it's really pretty. Alright, so you can use any embossing folder that has a lot of pattern to it. So I already cut these, and these pieces that we're going to use for this are 1 3/4 by 5. And then we are going to use, to mat those, we're going to use some Balmy Blue, because I did use Balmy Blue on these. And these Balmy Blue are 1 15/16, which is the little notch before the 2, but there's a reason for it because of the way that they fit on this card. And by 5 1/4. So it's 1 15/16 by 5 1/4 for these. And we're going to mat that. And I'm going to just use snail. We're going to mat that to these pieces. And these are going to be our little like arms that are on our card. Alright, and then we'll do this one. This is a great masculine card. I did it for Father's Day, but it could be used for a birthday, or you can even make it for a woman, just change it up a little bit. I'm actually using the Sailing Home set here, the stamp set, and I'm also using the dies for this because I did pop up the sailboat, but you don't have to pop it up. But the dies are the smooth sailing dies, and this does come as a bundle in our annual catalog. I love this one for masculine cards. Then I'm using the Well Said, and I'm actually, on the family party, I'm just using the Happy because I lost the Happy out of the Well Said. So I'm using the Father's Day out of this one. But if I had the Happy, I would have used it all from this Well Said. So you can use whatever sentiments you have. All right, so those are our 2 fold pieces that are going to come out. So for the base of the card, you're going to need a piece 4 1/4 by 11. We're going to score this one. And you're going to score it at 2 3/4. And then just turn it and score it at 2 3/4 again. It's the easiest way to do it. And that's all we're scoring on that. I'm going to use my bone folder. And then we're going to go ahead and put a piece in the inside, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp that with a little boat, but this piece is 5 by 3 3/4. And I'm going to use the smaller boat for the inside, and I'm just going to set it right there on the corner. I'm not coloring that one or anything, and we'll add that to the inside. Don't run your fingers over what you just stamped because you may smear it. Believe me, I learned the hard way. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to put our arms on this card. That's what I'm calling them because they just look like little arms that come up. So we are going to just add, and I usually just lay it down here, and I'm going to put it on this part. And I'm using wet glue so I can move this pretty quickly so that these are even. I'm going to do this one on this side. And I want them even, so I'm going to adjust them a little bit. That's why I like the wet glue for this part. So that is that. And to speed this card up a little bit, this is how it normally would go, but I really wanted to add the boat on here with the little die that I'm using. I'm using the stitched nested labels, so I'm using this one right here for that. I already cut that out. I'm going to go ahead and stamp it with the larger boat. I love the image on this. It is so pretty. And then I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to color this. Oh, I need to do my little birds. I really wanted to put a few birds on there, and I'm only going to do the 2 smaller ones, so I'm just inking up those 2 smaller ones. And I'm going to wipe off the edge because I got a little bit on the other one. I don't want that on my card. You can also block it out with some of your blue tape or some sticky note. Alright, and now I'm going to just go ahead and color that, and I'm just using light and dark balmy blue and the light and dark crumb cake. And you don't even have to color this one because we are going to put another one on top. I've already cut that one out to save some time. Alright, so that is it. Oh, I need to put my water on the bottom of this one though. So I'm just going to put some water, like it's water under here. And then I already went and cut enough. I already colored this one and cut it out with the die that coordinates with this. We're going to use a dimensional, a couple of them, for this. It's really pretty popped up. I need this. I do not have any nails left, everyone. I had some the dipping powder, and I had to get them off because they had grown out, and now I had to cut my nails all back because they were so weak. So I cut them all back. So we're going to wait till they grow back. So that's what that's going to look. Isn't that pretty with it popped up? And you can't really see, but if you look at the side, you can see it a little bit. All right, so what I'm going to do next, I'm going to use some glue on the top part of this so that we can set it right here. And then we're going to stamp our sentiment. And I already cut out the little rope. This is also in the dies. It's a little rope, and I used the blueberry bushel, which is this color right here. And we're going to go ahead and stamp. I found that last time I did this, I needed to stamp this one first. It seemed like I could line it up better that way. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to flag the end of this. This piece right here is 3 1/4 by 3/4. And then I'm going to glue on the very bottom this little rope that's on here. And I'm just going to cut it once I get it on. And then we are going to adhere this one. And I'm going to adhere it underneath here. Like that. Careful not to smear your ink. And that is it. And it's such a fun card. And then it'll just open like this. And then it folds back over. So it's a little variation on the crossover gatefold, but it's a really fun one. So I did the 2 different patterns on here. This is the one that I just shared on how to do the wax resist, and this is the swirl one. And for this one, either one looks really nice. I mean, they both, can you see the difference here? I hope you can see that. But they both look really nice on it. So you can use whichever you have. All right, everyone, if you need any supplies, you go to my blog at stampingwiththemore.com and shop from my blog. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications each time I upload a new video. I hope you all have a blessed one, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later, everyone. Bye.